So, I understand you have a thing to show me.
Yeah, we're gonna start the first half an hour to an hour of this doing something completely different. Which, to that end, this part of the stream I actually think should
This
be
might go on
archived.
YouTube. Hell, if you want, we can post this on your channel. Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, exactly, something like that. Because this is something that actually it's following a trend, but they get views.
Yeah, they do.
And also, I think it's interesting enough, especially following my current reread, which, as those of you in Discord know, I don't shut the fuck up about all Sunday.
Sunday's reading day, boys. You gotta get the... No, it's fine. We gotta get the summer reading in for our book report. So, Brian, share with the class what you learned about Bleach.
A handful of things, but do I have all three downloaded? Yes, I do. So we actually have 2 and then a bonus one. And have we decided which format we're gonna go with? Are we gonna go with I just read everything out, or you try to read out the ones you know, and then I issue corrections if needed and fill in the blanks, or do you want to go with me just reading them all out?
Well, show me the whole thing. What we can do is I will look at it as an initial glance. I'll start from the top and go down and try to identify what I know, and if there's anything I don't know, you can elaborate on. I figured that would be the idea.
I have. I'm gonna send them one at a time. This is the first one.
Oh god, there's multiple. I did not know that. Okay, all right. Oh, we got one for Aizen fucking Iceberg. All right, you have my attention now. Okay, can everyone see this? Luckily, we have Control Plus because we are not doing this through OBS or Discord chat. No, OBS chat. Okay, Bleach, the probably mostly complete Sosuke Aizen Iceberg. Oh boy. Okay. This is gonna be fun. So, shall I start?
Go for it. Yeah, let's go with the. I'll fill in the blanks.
Yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this from like the top. I'm gonna do this like reading order, like start top left, go right, go down a row, and just go down the list. Are we cool doing that?
Sure.
Okay. Cool. So I'll start. Okay. So Aizen is the villain. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It dates back to the Soul Society arc. He was initially under the guise of not like he's dead, but he was actually the villain all along. Do I have this correct?
He was the villain all along is the truest statement you could make.
Oh yeah, also in regards to Ichigo, right? Especially him.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, you are correct on that front.
Because his little not renegade. Well, I guess maybe so, renegade. Hollow named White. Yes. Ironic because they're already white anyway. Kind of infected. What was his mom's name? It starts with an M. I know that. Masaki? Was that it?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Hollow infected Masaki, infected Genome. I'll just stop there before I get too deep into that one. Oh, okay. Grimjow Ryatsu Crush. I'm gonna guess that's that one clip you showed me where he exuded his spiritual pressure and it kind of made Grimjow collapse on the floor.
Yes, this happens at the end of the Espada meeting where you see all of the other Espada except Sans, Grimjow, Yami, and Ulquiorra for the very first time. Grimjow is trying to leave because it's obvious what Lord Aizen wants. He wants us to kill them. And then Aizen says, I haven't finished speaking. Yep. And, he activates the spiritual pressure and sends Grimjow into a fit of convulsions.
Luckily, I probably only got that because I saw it last night, but I think I could piece that together anyway. Or not last night, a couple nights ago. Music stopping / Bankai stopping finger. I'm gonna guess this refers to when he blocks Ichigo's Bankai with his finger. Granted, Ichigo had already been through one hell of a bit of a slobber knocker? No, what the fuck is that term? Slugfest. I'll just go with that against Byakuya. Sure. So kind of already weekend, but yeah, I'm gonna guess the music also just stopped when we did that too.
Yes, because pregnancy pains. Yes, because in the anime, Ichigo and Renji start talking big for a second. Because like Ichigo is riding a high of just beating Byakuya after also beating Kenpachi. So he's like, okay, I can do this. I can handle this. We can get the hell out of here. So immediately they start queuing up number 1, Ichigo's theme. It starts playing, gets to the vocal bit, and then as soon as he hits Aizen with his finger, the music just cuts out completely. no ambient sound, just complete silence.
Yep. Dramatic hit. All right,
Stunning.
Next up, deep manly voice. Kyle Hebert, you are a beautiful motherfucker. His voice in the subs is also really good too. Like, not gonna knock that whatsoever.
I think this is actually referring to the sub voice, Hayami Sho, which is actually a fair bit deeper than Kyle Hebert, and you'll hear that when playing 7 later.
Yeah. I've actually been sampling a couple of days in a row already because I'm watching some clips on YouTube. Hi. Sorry. Loves to drink tea. I'm going to guess it's just a meme. The fact that he likes to have cups of tea with everyone when he's in meetings and shit like that. Stereotypical gentlemanly behavior, I guess.
Yeah, it's the meme came from the Espada meeting, where the first thing he says when everyone sits down is, "Does everyone have a cup of tea?" Yep. Good. After everyone already has everything. And also the entire time when he's making Grimjow convulse, he never stops drinking his tea.
Yep. Hi. I have a dog. Okay. Aizen versus everyone. I'm going to assume this is the fight in Fake Karakura, probably.
Yeah.
And obliterates everyone after the initial reveal that, oh yeah, we were fighting Momo this whole time. Oopsie.
Yeah, where like 7 captains try to attack him all at once, but it ended up that we were attacking Momo, and somehow she didn't explode in the process.
Yeah, no kidding. Butterfly Zen, probably just his Hogyoku forms ascending. Although I will say, definitely very interesting. It might be common knowledge. The fact that he begins to look a lot more like the Soul King with every transformation he goes through. Stands, the skulls and all.
Correct.
All right, Howerball, the betrayal / slashing. I think we could probably assume what that is, the slashing of Tia after. What was the specific story beat that happened beforehand? Let's see. One of the other Espada went down. I think it might have been Stark, if I'm not mistaken. Number 2 had already been taken out also. Baragon. So I'm gonna assume at that point she was the last one standing, and he's like, okay, yeah, we're done. You've had long enough.
Yeah, she was the weakest of the remaining Espada, and she was the last one left standing. So at that point, she wasn't going to get anything else done by herself. So he decided to cut out the middleman.
Yeah, Momo stabbing betrayal, pretty obvious. The fact that she has been manipulated by Aizen not once but twice, as well as the general first stabbing that was luckily uncensored in the American Adult Swim run.
Yes, it was. It was censored in its first Japanese TV broadcast, but not in the Japanese DVD release.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm doing good at this. I like to believe that doing a Let's Plays has allowed me to accrue some marginally decent knowledge about the show. Who knows, I might be able to get some things pretty deeper in. All right, level 2, I guess. All right, we've gone from casual to Superman Aizen. That's a meme that might actually show up in here, funny enough. Okay, Cocoon, Condom, Silver Surfer Aizen. I think I could probably assume that's the Hogyoku forms. I've never heard of the Condom form. That's actually kind of funny.
It's there in one of the lower level pictures.
The one right down here, funny enough.
Yep.
All right, confusing Arankar creation mechanics. I'm going to assume that probably means it's not immediately clear how he actually converts an Arankar or a Holodrecklin into an Arankar via the Soul Reaper infusion powers. Although then that also gets changed into that. No, the Hogyoku doesn't actually do that by itself. I mean, it can do that, but it'll actually do a lot more than that. So I'm going to assume it's probably like layers of confusion being generated from that, and or it's never been a little like more evident as to how he does it.
So the thing is, we only ever see 2 Arankar ever be born on screen.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is Grand Fisher, the other is Wonderweiss.
Yeah.
Grand Fisher we see be born the traditional way by having Ice Ringer actually rip off and crack his mask.
Yep.
With Wonderweiss, we just see this thing that looks like a stone tree through a ball of energy turn into Wonderweiss.
Yeah.
So we don't see anyone else born. And Wonderweiss, we already know, is an artificial creation. So we don't see how any of the natural Arankar are made.
Orihime's weird irrelevant / Hokoku rejection subplot. Okay. Okay. I'm going to assume the irrelevance part here is just being cheeky, but this probably has to do with the original intended idea that Orihime deliberately gave herself up over to the other side, so that way she could use forgot the power's name in order to actually undo the Hogyoku's existence by getting close to Aizen. That's my first guess. Am I right?
Yeah, it's called the Shun Shun Rika, and she didn't know about the Hogyoku at all until Aizen kidnapped her, because the first thing that she does upon getting to Wako Mundo is healing Grimjow's arm and scars. But but he tells her what they do, and so her plan is that because she can reject reality, she could theoretically her powers are the only thing that could destroy the Hogyoku. But that never ends up going anywhere.
Right. Yeah, sadly
so
that was left.
Was dropped.
Yeah, that was left on the wayside because gotta have Ichigo save the day. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Was he actually using Kyoko Suigetsu / Soifon's ability? I'm not sure what it specifically means with Soifon's ability, but I think this is a cute statement. This is referring back to the Fake Heart Korotana arc with what I think it was Shinji. Yeah, I think it was Shinji who asked him, when did you activate Kyoko Suigetsu? We never saw it activated. And then he just straight up responds with, what made you think it was never active to begin with? I'm going to guess. That's probably it.
I think the exact line is, when did you think fuck it, I don't know the exact line, but it's basically...
Paraphrase,
when were you under the you were under the impression I wasn't using it from the start?
Yeah, that one.
And the Soifon's ability is referring to her two hit kill stinger thing, and how she actually did land it on his body, but his spiritual pressure being much higher than hers means that her attack was never going to connect in the first place.
Oof. Yeah. Okay, that would do it. I see this one here that's treachery lyrics. I know it's referring to the song, but unfortunately, I do not actually know what the lyrics are. Why? What are you whining about?
I'll pull them up. Treachery.
This should be marginally intriguing. All right. Well, while he was looking up really fast, logic with loser / kaboom tantrum. I know exactly what that is. It's the little spiel he was giving when he was being sealed away by the sealing techniques from Uruhara, where he was talking about that's the ideology of a loser, where he wanted to usurp the Soul King because he didn't like how things were being run. I like the idea he was transforming into his own Soul King, funny enough. As for kaboom, I'm going to assume that's the sound effect for when he was sealed. Probably.
Okay. I think that says Kubo.
Maybe? It's probably something in the subside. Oh, these lyrics, right. This probably refers to... Yeah, I could see these being internal thoughts of Aizen or something. Interesting. I mean, it doesn't really tell me too much, but it's kind of neat.
It's meant to be a basic connection.
Yeah. Let's see. I got that one to look forward to. Okay, I called it. I was joking earlier too. All right, bitch curl / eyes. Wait, okay. Yeah, bitch curl / Aizen's self redesign. I don't know what that means actually. What does that mean?
The layer picture. It's when he's breaks the glasses and sweeps his hair back, and how he still has the one curly bang in the front.
Oh, okay.
Which
self redesign. I see. Okay.
Yeah, how he changes it, when he slicks his hair back.
Cool. Okay, level 3. We're getting a little more obscure now. This is not something your average anime watcher might know of offhand. Oh, use the bathroom. Why are you whining so much? Sorry. Dog's whining. I don't know why she's whining. Okay, we're gonna start at the top here. Superman comparison. I know exactly what this is referring to. It's referring to this old meme image that was basically like as good justification as you can get for why Aizen is as powerful as he is. It's cute. I mean, fuck it, he may as well be, right?
Go to the wait. Go to the third picture.
Oh, okay, hang on. Reopen close tab. I love this functionality.
That
Would it
is
be this
gone
one?
from my Chrome, and I haven't seen it in
Oh.
the the one that has the actual actors.
That is actually a
Which
bit. Let me open this in DeviantArt so you can actually see it, at the risk of porn being on the side. Hey, Catwoman. Yeah, okay, this is pretty apt. Okay,
that's not Reeve, is it? Which Superman is that?
that's 80 Superman. I think that actually might be Reeve. Maybe,
That's Christopher Reeve.
maybe.
Because
I know it's not modern. That's not the modern ones. That's got to be
that's
80s, or maybe.
That's not Henry Cavill. And
Oh, definitely
wait,
not. That might be
Smallville.
Superman Returns, possibly.
Smallville.
No, not Smallville. 2003 Superman. Superman Returns.
Right.
Yeah, I watched it with my uncle. I banned him or anything about it. Okay, but yeah, that's probably that probably speaks for itself. Probably just the fans memeing that he is so bustedly powerful that he's probably Superman. And before he did unveil what's underneath the shirt with the whole Hogaku inside of it, may as well be. I can get it.
On my planet, Hogyoku means hope.
Yeah. All right. Momo stabbing 2 / character swap memes. Was that a thing that was going around? Swapping out characters at being stabbed by Aizen instead of Momo? Is that just some cell absorption shit?
No, it's the second time that Momo gets stabbed in Fake Harakura, where everyone's under his hypnosis except for Ichigo. So Ichigo has to be the one to tell Toshiro that Toshiro was the one that stabbed Momo.
Okay, that would do it. Okay, 1,000-year blood war, Aizen power level increase / bondage Aizen. Okay, this is referring to obviously chair-bound Aizen / when he gets up, and the fact that he has had a substantial increase in power, which is already fucking asinine as it is, because he already was powerful enough by himself. So I'm going to quickly say one thing. I assumed after he was separated from the Hogoku, thanks to Urahara, that he lost a power level increase and he just went back to normal, but nope, I guess that wasn't the case. I guess he did maintain his power level jump from the Hogoku because could still do the whole like pulling a sword blade out from his palm thing. So yeah, no, I guess that wasn't a thing. And the fact that you need to cover major parts of his body to keep him from exuding enough spiritual pressure to literally disintegrate a man. So fun.
The Hogyoku is still inside his body. They were never able to retrieve it.
Oh shit! Yeah, right. That's probably they probably went over that in the trial. I'd be willing to bet. It's crazy they actually never managed to pull it out. That's nuts. Even though, like, I thought Urahara said he separated it because of the power level drop, but I digress. Anyway, what the hell is his backstory anyway? / Soul King secrets.
But this is something that is actually unclear because we never actually learned anything about Aizen's backstory, except Ichigo vaguing about how Aizen must have been lonely the whole time, and that's why he decided, I'm gonna kill the king or whatever, because I want someone that's as strong as me, so I can finally have someone I can relate to.
I think at some point, someone was saying that it looked like all he wanted to do was just to be alone, like to be by himself, because he was so absurdly powerful.
Soul Society has a weak pull-out game.
Thanks, Bailey. But yeah, we're never getting anything for his backstory, especially for this character who is not only a master tactician, like really ridiculous amounts of brilliance, but also has twice the amount of base spiritual pressure as a captain. So, can kind of almost crush Grimjow just by breathing. So, we don't have much to go with that. Also, Soul King secrets. Not sure what that part's talking about. Like how he figured out about the Soul King? Oh, we got slight lag on Discord. What's going on?
Yeah, maybe. I think that's it.
All right. Let's see. Immortality / super long prison sentence. Oh, the fact that he was sentenced to a comically long time in the was he sentenced to the maggot pit or was he sentenced to somewhere else?
He was put in a special holding cell deep underground, so that way his spiritual pressure would be clouded from everyone else on the surface because with like you see with Grimjaw, he has that power to basically make people faint right just by being in his presence. So they needed to put him deep underground so that people on the surface couldn't feel it. But it's also a joke in that during the scene of the trial where he's
hey Brandon, before you keep going, Sailor just said something very interesting. They're treating him like nuclear waste.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
And so when he's being sentenced, the new Essential 46 says that he's being sentenced for 18,000 years, and he just laughs at that and mocks them, and they say, just for that, we're adding another 2,000 years to your sentence for a grand total of 20,000 years.
Yeah, just some arbitrarily large number.
That's literally.
And he just keeps laughing.
Really, the 20,000 years thing?
Chernobyl won't be habitable for about 26,000 years for human habitability safely.
Did you hear that?
Sounds about right.
That I wonder if Kubo did that deliberately. That actually is very interesting. Okay.
Spiritual pressure is just radiation.
Also, the knowledge that there would be okay. So if they never did segment the Hogoku from him, I'm also just thinking now. Jesus fucking Christ, he was already growing in power significantly just from being with the Hogoku over like the couple hours he had with it up until the butterfly form. 2 fucking years on top of that. Oh god. Yeah, yep. That's like a nuclear waste right there. Ishin middle finger. I'm gonna assume Ishin probably flips him off at some point in time, maybe. I mean, considering the circumstances, yeah.
So you remember how Aizen tells Ichigo that you're the product of a human and blank?
Yeah.
Ishin appears in front of him immediately to get him to stop, and the way he does that is by flicking him. And he does the flick that sends him flying. In the anime, it's done with his index finger. In the manga, he flicks him with his middle finger.
Oh, so he like literally like do this or something. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Did he know about Segonda Etapa debate / Espada rankings weirdness? Okay. First one's pretty clear cut. Actually, we have specific references for this. So, obviously, initially, Orkiora said not even Lord Aizen knows about this form, referring to his second release form. But then we literally see a flashback through Aizen's perspective showing second form. I'll just say second form Ukiura. So that leads to a lot of speculation that did he actually know it? Really? Also, the fact that, Aizen was the one who kind of infused Ukiura's hollow form with Soul Reaper power. So there's a chance he might have known the whole time, but that's gained like a whole spectrum of debate we probably don't have enough information for regardless.
As far as ranking oddities, that comes down to conjecture about Aizen being incredibly petty, actually.
Yep.
And what I mean by him being petty is about him giving Baragon the rank of second Espada instead of the rank of first Espada. Because when you think about their powers, Baragon should be number 1, or I guess the 0.
Yeah.
Because,
the former king of Waco Mundo, yeah.
And also being able to rot anything into dust.
Yeah.
On contact, or even by being in his mere presence. So like he was being petty by making Baragon the second instead of the first. Things like what actually is the power level of Sugunda Etapa.
Yeah.
All of the Yami bullshit, etc. So it's very unclear.
Yeah, the most I'll say about that is it kind of gets into the territory of like Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan power level in comparison to Super Perfect Cell. There's conjecture on both sides. We don't really know for sure, but at the end of the day, we just don't have enough information. So it's what leads to this speculation, yeah.
And according to Bailey, I think Aizen simply didn't care about Segunda Etapa.
There is that chance, yeah. Or the fact that, or maybe he did deliberately stick him on Ichigo, knowing Segunda Etapa would force Ichigo into a corner to force him into the visor. The advanced hollow state. Name offhand. It's whatever. But yeah. What are we on? 4th level? 1, 2. Yep, 4th level. Okay, so handsome as fuck Aizen form. I do like this form a lot, actually. Are you under the impression?
Yes.
Yes, I am under the impression. Yeah. I'm going to assume that's probably what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, that's the quote. Are you under the impression that I wasn't using Gyoketsuigetsu from the start?
Yeah. All part of Aizen's plan. There's a couple
That's
things this could refer to. In fact, this could refer to this. As far as that, it could refer to Hua coming back. It could refer to Ichigo's origin story with his parents. It could refer to a lot of things. I don't know. What's your pick on this?
I got to be honest with you. I think this is just a meme. I think this is literally just all according to Keikaku.
I think you might be right. And honest to God, yeah, honestly, there's a number of things you could probably say that he might have according to plan. Yeah. Let's see. Actually save Stark from a shittier situation. Interesting thought process. And honestly, you could make the argument given that originally oh god, okay, so the original Hollow that Coyote Stark was apparently was like so incredibly strong but so lonely because everything that approached him just kind of died. God, that spiritual pressure though. He kind of segmented himself into two beings so that way he wasn't alone. That's some Majin Buu shit right there, homie. Honestly, they probably would have just been wandering the desert by themselves for all eternity until Aizen showed up and was strong enough to not just instantly get nixed by them. So you can make an argument for that. He has a Stark gets a family. He also gets the ability to sleep on a comfy bed. Everyone wins.
He sleeps on a pile of beanbags.
I could imagine that being comfy in the right circumstances. Anything's better than sand. All right. Las Noches, boredom / general a wrong card memes. I'm not gonna lay claim to knowing what all the memes are offhand, but I can imagine they're out there and we're probably circulating in 2010.
So this comes down to anime omake bits, the 30-second clips at the end of episodes.
Right, yeah.
Where they're just doing comedy stuff like the Arrancar Encyclopedia, and in some cases, literally just bits of Gin or Aizen just watching the surveillance cameras from one of their security rooms, and Aizen having a giggle at Ichigo or whoever failing.
True. Aizen cut Shinji's hair 100 years ago. So I was looking at this while you were talking just now. I'm gonna assume no. I'm gonna assume so it's an interesting time lineup, okay. But no, I'm gonna assume this is.
I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop you right there. This is from another one of those omakes I was talking about. Illustrated Guide to Soul Reapers. It's a prank where in one non-canon scene, Aizen takes a sleeping Shinji and just cuts all and shaves him bald because Hiyori's only joke is that she calls everyone bald.
Right. Okay. That's kind of cute.
So he shaves Shinji's head so that Hiyori will get a laugh.
Yeah. I guess that would probably have a hand in it. All right. No, yeah. 5th level. Boy, we're getting deep into it. All right.
Hold on, you missed one. You missed I've known about you since before you were born.
Okay, well that's an obvious one. That's just referring to two things actually. One is a quote about that Aizen just gave to Ichigo straight up when he got back to Fake Hardcore Town. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that, Bob. And it's also referring to the fact that yes, he did in fact know about him since before he was born. Even so far as the point, the one who got Rukia to go to that area to meet with them. The fact that he deployed the initial hollow that infected Matsuki, who then got pregnant with Soul Reaper, and they produced a child. So it's like Soul Reaper, human, Quincy, hollow shit, one person. Fuck it, let's rock and roll. So yeah, probably that.
Chico would not be born if not for Aizen.
True, yeah. Okay.
Right, now we're on the level 5.
All right. Troll plot Kai video.
This is an ancient 2010 YouTube meme video.
This sounds like it. Okay, it's gonna be. They were probably fucking around some Bankai release wordplay. God, I am eroding from reading this. Holy shit. So let's move on from there. I don't want to dwell on this too long. Dodorni actually overperformed.
This is true because Ichigo, when he first started his fight with Dordoni, he didn't want to waste his energy. He wanted to only use his Shikai, but Dordoni forced him to not only use his Bankai, but also his mask.
For like even a split second, he did have to engage the mask to take him down, yeah.
So he briefly put Ichigo through the ringer.
True. Rukia Hogoku Urahara specifics.
It's talking about how the Gigai that Urahara gave to Rukia was slowly turning her into a human, and with the Hogyoku inside that Gigai, it means that without any spiritual pressure left, the Hogyoku would have been completely untraceable, as would have been Rukia, and so they would have been safe in theory because no one would have been ever been able to find it without a trace.
Yeah, that would do it. Shit. Welcome to my soul society. You're beginning to lose me. I don't know what this is referring to. Unless he wanted to, unless it's just referring to his general plan to take over the Soul King. I don't know.
This is what he says to Evok when he first appears in Aizen's cell.
Right.
Welcome to my soul society.
Ichigo beat him with the power of longer hair. I'm gonna guess it's another meme from the olden days.
Yeah, thereabouts.
Context for the sake of it. Yeah, Ichigo showed up after a month inside that one tunnel where time was slightly dilated and had longer hair. How his hair got so long after a month, I don't know, but hot. Also, he did. I guess the joke is that he took him down, and then he got the giant mullet after he went turned into the Moonfang itself. And yeah, I'm gonna guess it's just a meme.
Yep.
Taco Aizen. Okay, I know what this is talking about. I don't know exactly what it is.
This is purely an invention of Kyle Bear.
I love the man. God damn it.
Because back in the day, he used to love making little 30-second to 2-minute long videos where he would just make jokes or do stupid bullshit as his characters, and one of them was because he knew that Las Noches was Mexico and all that. So he's like, "Yes, I abandoned the Soul Society to create a Mexican restaurant."
Fucking love Kyle. Yeah, that adds up. That's kind of cute. Hopefully, it doesn't get beaten to the ground. Although, you know what? Given Bleach coming back, I'll take it. Whatever. Could he have even beaten Ichibei?
Ichibei is the captain of the Zero Division. He's
right.
The man that invented name.
I remember.
The man that invented names.
Sorry, I was getting Ichibei confused with Ichigo. Right. Ichibei is the one who's the general head of Zero Squad, has a name-changing Shikai and Bankai. And there's a speculation that even if he got to the what's that area called? The Soul Palace?
Soul Palace.
Yeah, even if he got to Soul Palace, he would probably have been done in by Ichibei because of that ridiculous Shikai and Bankai, yeah.
Yep.
Alright, let's see. Complicated stuff involving what happens with Gin and Rangiku / Gin's recruitment.
So this is Aizen was performing experiments for a couple of 100 years involving hollows before he got the Hogyoku, of course. That's how he made Shiro.
Yeah.
But one of those cases was he let loose some hollows in the Rukon district, and some of them ended up attacking Rangiku, and that was how she ended up being emaciated. And Gin found her after that, nursed her to health, gave her food, and was the one that told her that she should become a Soul Reaper in the first place. Rangiku talks frequently about how Gin has a tendency to abandon people.
Yeah.
Gin first abandoned her when he became a Soul Reaper because that was the beginning of his plan to take down Aizen, was because he hurt and nearly killed Rangiku.
Justifiable, yeah. Okay, I just figured that was probably it. And that was literally, I was never on your side from where we go. Okay, level 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6. Yep. Here we go. Let's see if you think I'm keeping up? You think I'm doing decently?
To be honest, because this chart is basically just a meme chart, yes, actually, very much so.
All right. Briefly confronted by Ukitake about overthrowing the throne. Wow.
Poorly worded. But it's...
yeah, maybe? Maybe. Because Mimihage was still inside of him, so it's not impossible he might have known, but... I don't know, that's a stretch.
This is when when everyone is on Sokyoku Hill all at once, and Aizen is being lifted into the air
Yeah.
by Hooler, and Yukitake asks him what he wants, and Aizen calls him a fool by saying from the very beginning no one has ever stood in heaven, and he plans to change that.
Oops. A little wrong about that, but okay. Yoruichi could have totally killed him.
I think this is referring to...
Might be referring to the gauntlets that she got from Urahara when fighting the cocoon form, but I'm not sure about that.
It's the combat armor. She was the only one that was doing any sort of quote-unquote damage to him. She was the one that cracked his shell and showed that underneath the chrysalis, he was turning into just a massive reishi. He didn't have a physical body underneath it.
It's not impossible. Alex asked earlier, Aizen is Gohan? Yes, Kyle Hebert voices Aizen. I know, it's a wild leap to take. I know, but he does a great job at it. Man's got range. Chair Sama versus Yuha's horse.
So this is a meme thing.
I can tell.
The entire time that Aizen appeared in the Blood War sans the actual final fight, he was bound in the chair the entire time. So everyone kept joking that the only thing stronger than Aizen himself was the chair he was sitting on. And Yuha's horse is also a meme because Yuha appears in
the flashbacks,
Jugo's flashback once on a horse, and the horse looked weird.
It did. It kind of did. Kurt's asking, I thought referred to her and Joyphone having him at 0 points on Sogoku Hill.
I mean,
maybe.
But realistically, that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think they would have been able to even like do much damage to him even at that point blank range. Total lack of Bankai mentioning. Okay, even I know this one is the fact that his Bankai has never even been alluded to. But honestly, at this point in time, does he even need a Bankai? Like, it'd be interesting to see like how you elaborate on Kyogo Suigetsu, which is already the most Butsushi kind of show. But like, I don't know, hard to say.
Not really, but if you look deeper into it, some people have actually speculated that he's sort of an Ichigo type or a Kenpachi type, and that he isn't a permanent release, so he doesn't actually have one. Kyogo Suigetsu in its standard form is all the power he's ever needed.
He is his own Bankai. I agree with that, Bailey.
Is that?
May as well be.
Go that route too.
Brave Soul's Hogoku form. Actually, I know what this is referring to. I can go pull this up at myself, actually.
I have that card, actually.
It's been popping up for me every once in a while. I've been thinking about grinding for it or investing for it, but I have not done so yet. It's his form. Which actually, yeah, well, let me pull the full image here. Yeah, it's this thing. Which actually does look pretty fucking nice.
This came out this year, I think.
Yeah, this year or last year. They've been running banners for it every once in a while, and I was thinking about investing for it, but now I'm the eternal holdout with my almost 6,000 soul orbs for new Nell and Tia banners, but this almost made me invest. I invested like 1 or 2 rolls.
Respectable.
But this is really nice to look at, actually. Like the stained glass motif, that's pretty fucking sick to look. Also, his arms are segmented for his body. If you look at that,
they are indeed. There's nothing linking his arms to his body.
It's weird, but it's also pretty cool. Also, special points for me. He has his irises back from the butterfly form, and that just makes it look even better. Also, eye active too. That's also pretty cool.
Yep.
Moving on. Royd Lloyd was Wonder Wise 2.0. Wow. We're getting there.
Do you know who Royd Lloyd is?
I've seen the name, but I'm not matching a name to a face off the top of my head.
Royd Lloyd is a pair of twins. They were Sternritters. They were the ones that in the very first raid on Soul Society, they were the ones that used their medallion to steal Yamamoto's Bankai. So that
I remember now.
To remove his power. And Wonder Weiss did basically the same thing, in that his primary function was to they also body doubled as Yuha.
Yeah.
But Wonder Wise's primary function was to block out Yamamoto's Zanpakuto. And then Yama just ended up fist fighting him to death.
See, I was gonna make the joke that Royd Lloyd was basically just the octopus dude from Metal Gear Solid 1 where he impersonated the president.
Decoy Octopus.
Decoy Octopus, yeah.
The funny thing is, we actually have a third Wonder Weiss in Sternritter W. Neonzel Weisel, who was power was basically to do the same thing. Seal someone else's power.
So okay, all right. So we're getting to the deep of it now, boys. The two Sterner, I remember somewhat. One was fake ass walk. The other was off screen by Kenpachi. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what a way to go. What a way to go. All right.
Yep.
Bottom four, boys. We're in for a thick of it now. And damn, we've been doing this one for almost an hour, but you know what? Fuck it. Okay. This is immediately opening with a banger. Kyle Hebert, HAL 9000 influence. Okay. For immediate guess, he may have said something about this in one convention video that posted to YouTube that probably got a few views and it circulated among the fan base. Am I correct?
Probably. This is actually the first I'm hearing of this one.
Interesting, though. I will definitely say that. Josh Groban Wordfield. What the fuck? Okay, we're getting into the thick of it now.
You can Google this. Josh Groban is a singer that looks like Aizen.
May as well.
But also,
fuck you! You're at the God damn it, Google! Stop listening to me.
But the other joke is that his original Aizen's original design is captain design.
I can kind of see it a little bit.
It's the hair.
Bleach also, as a bridge joke. Oh, a bridge joke. Okay, thank you.
Yes, this is all. That's also a Bleach bridge joke by the one that I was telling about the other day. That's still standing. The person thought it was funny to say that because he looks like this guy, anytime that the word Aizen is mentioned, we're just going to call him the name Josh Groban instead. So instead of the Espada calling him Lord Aizen, they call him Lord Groban. It's kind of cute. I don't think it's one of
it's like mid. It's like mid tier for our modern sense tastes in abridged jokes. Back then, that would have been like probably mid high tier because standards were a lot lower in early 2010s. Okay, moving on from there. Cute though.
It's inoffensive.
Aizen wanted to eat everybody.
So this is a thing that we
fan theory.
Yeah, basically, it's people extrapolating on Aizen's final words to Ichigo in Fake Harakura, and that was when he and Gin left through the Senkaimon. Before the gate closed, his last words to Ichigo were, "I'll devour you later." And we literally have never found out what that means even 12 and a half years later.
When Soul Society is ashes, then I'll eat your ass. Okay. Tosen's plan to kill himself if he strayed from Aizen/Justice? What the fuck?
Tosen's thing is that
I'm digesting
his
this.
path. Tosen's path is the path of least resistance and the path of least bloodshed. If it turns out that Aizen's plan wouldn't have led to peace, he would end up. What the hell is it? Retribution or something?
I see.
Repenting or something. You know, just making it even. If it ends up that he was wrong in the path he took.
Okay, I see. So if it turned out that wasn't the optimal ploy, then he would probably just off himself to atone for the people he betrayed. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
Hang on, I gotta read this through the compression. Whole story has been an illusion since chapter 421. Oh my god, you people. Oh my god, this is great.
That was one of the chapters of Deicide, I'm pretty sure.
Bro, that's some fucking, it was all a dream all along at the end of Naruto shit. Oh no, that's probably some like equivalent shit to Boruto is a dream because everyone is still asleep inside of under Infinite Tsukiyomi.
Ash's coma theory because Ash got struck by lightning on the first episode of Pokemon.
Yeah, that's an old trope belief for like plot twists, but you know what? It's yeah, we can roll with it. The Hogaku malfunctioned when he found a worthy opponent in Ichigo. Interesting. So
sort of. He says something to the effect of the Hogyoku has stopped supplying him with power at a certain point in the fight, or I think it was after he got hit by Mugetsu or something. But the Hogyoku started acting up. because the Hogyoku does actually have a will of its own,
Yeah.
and it only obeys a worthy master. When it realized that Ichigo was stronger than Aizen, it stopped helping Aizen.
So I can believe that, and that's actually sounds, or rather, I can believe this is a theory flying around, and I can kind of believe that because that, like, I thought the verbiage for the whole sealing technique that, what's that, Kubo, that Urahara was hit him with earlier, it was banking on him taking enough damage that his power level would go down enough that it would take effect. After he got hit by Mugetsu, and then it kicked in, like his, like pretty much like his. He shattered and like his real skin was shown beneath. So I thought that was partly because of it and he was being rejected as well as the sealing technique kicking in, but I don't know. That part of the show is a little weird. So I don't know for sure.
It's gonna be fun to reread in a month.
Yeah, right, dude. You're gonna get there in no time at all. Can't fear your own world royal family theories. Is there a theory flying around about Aizen being from one of the noble houses?
Again, I haven't read that book that yet since I think the third novel isn't out yet. Don't quote me on that. I haven't looked into it in about a year.
Interesting.
Yeah, the Can't Fear Your Own World expands on something that was set in place in the Soul Society, and that's that there were 4 great noble families. Shihoin, Kuchiki, Shiba, and there was a 4th one that we never end up hearing anything about, and that ends up being the Tokinata family, because the villain of Can't Fear Your Own World is Tokinata Suniyashiro.
The snake-looking dude, yeah.
Yeah, the head of the 4th great noble family. So I would love to read that, but I just haven't had the opportunity to yet.
Ooh, this last...
And... What?
I'll let you wrap up your thought before I address this last one.
I think Viz has also stated that they're looking into translating the other 3 light novel series first, and all of those take place before Can't Fear Your Own World. So while I'm going to continue my read-through of the manga, obviously, I think I'm going to wait to read Can't Fear Your Own World until the other ones are out, because they're all written by the same guy who is not Kubo, and they tend to link events like that. So I want them all to be out before I read the most recent one.
Fuck it, I'm a fan of other people expanding the universe. It's fine with me. So this last one, interesting. His Ryatsu disappearance is part of the Hell arc.
So that's what that's about, is how like a third or there's like 3 or 4 pages of the final chapters that are just Aizen waxing lyrical about Yuha, and this is going on in tandem with how the very last vestiges of Yuha's Reishi disappear forever, and this is actually done by Kazui, and Kazui looks like he's going to be important in the New Breaths from Hell arc, because somehow by himself he has the power to open a Senkaimon. So yeah, people are thinking that might be connected because those things happen at the same time.
Intriguing. All right, and just with that, we have completed the Aizen part meme, part serious shit. Some actually pretty obscure facts you probably wouldn't know at a glance at the series. Yeah, it wasn't so bad. Not horrible. You could do worse. This was pretty decently well put together. It's kind of cool.
I'm glad people are making these for Bleach, because it tends to go off and over. The guy leave Eric Iceberg.
God, we're definitely posting this to YouTube later on. All right.